Good morning. So for whoever just came in, we are getting started right now, so you didn't miss a thing. All right, starting with our foam roller. It's less of rolling today and more of just sitting for the first exercise. And all I really want to do is I can have my hands on my knees and do some tilts, whether that's just swaying back and forth, giving it about a second, or if you want to hold it a little bit longer, you can do that as well. I'm going to give myself about 5 seconds myself for each side. We're only going to do this for about 45 seconds total before we move on to the next exercise. So find that sweet spot on the glutes, any part that may feel a little more sore than usual. This is the last one here, 5 seconds. Excellent. All right, got a little bit of time for us to move our foam roller to the side. We're going to rest our lower back on the foam roller. And again, we're not going to do a whole lot of rolling here. What I want to do instead is grab the knees and apply some pressure with the lower back onto the foam roller. My DIY foam roller here, which is really just a yoga mat, it's a lot softer, so I can handle a little bit more with pressure because of that. And I'm just slowly moving my knees up and down, trying to open up the lower back as I bring my knees in towards me. Just simple forward and back motions here. And about 7 seconds left. We're gonna hold this position here and we're gonna change up the motion. All right, so the way I want to change this motion is we're gonna do circular motions. Right now I'm going clockwise, just like this. It's very, very small motion, all on the lower back. If you feel like you need to readjust your foam roller at any point, you can. Again, I'm gonna focus on just circular motions. Right now I'm going clockwise, and we're gonna do this for about 20 seconds before we switch the rotation. Remember, deep breathing. Rest your head on the floor. All right, let's do some counterclockwise motions now. Just another way to get different parts of your lower back, especially if you're feeling really tight there. Taking your time with the motion. You don't have to go as fast as me if you don't want to. All right, moving on. Sitting up. We're going to work on our back, or rather our lats. So the way I want to do that is I'm going to take this arm, bring it over the foam roller, resting my lat right on the foam roller. You can do forward and backward motions. The other thing you can do is you can simply hold the position, especially if you feel there's a knot anywhere. Again, whenever you feel a knot, especially working with a foam roller or an exercise ball, you can always just hold that position and then you can roll back and forth. The yoga mat here does not like to roll so much, especially on a carpet. So I'm just gonna have to make do. And all right, moving to the other side. If you do have a DIY foam roller like me, best thing for you to do is not so much rolling forward and back, because again, I'm having a lot of trouble with that myself. You might be as well at home. You can always just hold and then inch forward or inch back whenever you'd like to. I'm going to hold for about 5 seconds for each position before I shift. Again, if you have just a regular foam roller, you can roll back and forth. Again, really trying to get the pull down muscle in the back, the lat. About 15 seconds left. And 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right, going into a prone position, which means lying on your front. Really working on the shoulder and a little bit of the chest here as well. Resting right on the foam roller. To make this more challenging, you'll lift up and down. This can work just as well, perhaps if not even a little better, with a larger exercise ball, like a lacrosse ball or a peanut. Really digging right into where the chest and shoulder meet. Notice I have my thumb up in this position. Small motions up and down. All right, moving on to the other side. Shift myself over. Get right down where the chest meets the shoulder, right onto your foam roller. Wait for that ding. There it is. Lifting up and down. Really digging the chest into the foam roller, especially on the way up and down. Taking your time, deep breathing always. Thumb up position, straight arm. If anyone feels like they want to hold, they can. I like going up and down myself, giving myself a little time to relax. All right. Done with the foam roller, moving on to the rolling pin. For this, I want to be in a kneeling position. Actually, no, let's do a standing position. I want to focus on the hamstrings, and then we'll kneel back down for the calves. So I want to roll my rolling pin down and up right behind my leg, just like this. With my grip, I have an overhand position, which means the palms are facing behind me. Actually, for this one, I'm going to do an underhand position. The reason I'm doing underhand position is because the rolling pin I have bends quite a bit. So with this underhand position, now palms facing forward, I can bring my arms forward, and my rolling pin is going to wrap around several different areas in the back of my leg as I move up and down. I'm going to do the same thing as we switch legs, stepping back just far enough so I can really get the hamstring here. Doing my best to keep my legs straight for this as I move down and up. I feel a little bit tighter on the way down, so I'm going to really bring my hands forward as much as I can. Nice and slow. Feel free to change the angle of how you want to roll your rolling pin up and down, whether that's more on the inside or outside muscles of your hamstring. 10 more seconds, and then we'll move on to the calves. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right, switching to the calf. Now we're going to go down into kneeling position. And I'm going to continue with my underhand grip for this one, so I can wrap around the calf. I'm going to roll down and up. For this one, I'm not going to go all the way down to my ankle. It's just right to when I get to the bone. Right here. So about halfway, maybe a little more than halfway down the lower part of my leg. Again, getting different angles. I might go up and down probably 2 or 3 times before I change the angle. 5 more seconds, and then we'll do the other leg. And that'll be our last exercise for today. So this is the last one here, about 45 seconds left. So let's get into position. And again, just go down right until probably about where my sock is. So it's a few inches from the ankle itself. Really just getting the muscle. Down and up. Again, I'm going up and down about 2 times before I change the angle of my rolling pin so I can target different areas of my calf. Breathing. Give it as much pressure as you can because we only got 10 seconds left. All right, and done. All right, so that is it for today. Thank you for joining me this morning. As always, remember to drink plenty of water both before and after these sessions. So if you didn't get a chance to before, now is a great time to get some water. Also, applying ice on any extra sore places you may have throughout your body. As for next week, I think, according to our survey, quite a few people wanted to work with the peanut. So I think I'm going to start giving you guys a couple different exercises with the peanut. So if you don't have one, again, just grab 2 tennis balls, some duct tape, and then you'll have your DIY peanut. And as always, I'll be on a little bit longer. So if you have any questions for me, feel free to leave them in the chat and I'll happily answer them for you. And as always, have a great rest of your day and we'll see you in the next workout.